Welcome, and thank you for joining me today. I'm Sandy from Lolly and Sand, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator right here in Canada. Now, for those just finishing the long weekend, or it's over, over here in Canada, what gorgeous weather we had. Seriously, I mean, it's raining today, and I'm so thankful because we need that rain. We need the rain. Big time. Big time. Okay, well, let's get started. I'm featuring today Very Versailles, which is a lovely, lovely set from Stampin' Up. The images, the sentiments, everything about this is beautiful. So you have this beautiful, I would call it a background stamp. I can't read any of it. I suppose it might not even be in English. It might be French. That could happen. That could happen. Good morning, Sonia. Thank you for joining me. How sweet. I hope you had a nice weekend too. Alrighty. So this is also really beautiful. This particular leaf. We're going to be using this. And this. And the sentiments are so pretty. Now you might have passed this by in the catalog because it doesn't have it's not a suite, it's a set, so there's no dies or whatever, but that doesn't matter. This is gorgeous, and we're using all three sentiments today, which is kind of cool. And I say we get started. Anyway, there it is. And you know what, I looked this up so many times this weekend. It's on page 113 of the catalog. Like, is that weird or what, that I would know that? Yeah, no, it isn't. All right, I have to adjust one little thing here. This light's flickering a bit. I'll turn it down just a tad. I think it's flickering. And see if that helps. Oakley dokley. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for card number 1, we're going to be using, this is the thick Whisper White, and it's your standard card base, which in this case was from a piece of paper that's 8.5 inches long by 5.5 inches wide, and it's scored at 4.25. And I did score it. I'm just making the line a little there. Now it's sitting flat. That's what we want. That is what we want. Okay, and the colors for this particular card are Sahara Sand and Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to start with Sahara Sand, and that'll be with the large image. Now, see this? I can't read the print. I couldn't tell which way the print, I know I can't read the print. I couldn't tell which way it went, so I put an arrow on here, which wouldn't be a bad thing for a class either, you know? Now, I did not know I had this, so it is really, there we go. It was a little bit tight to open. Alrighty, so when you have a large stamp like this, you want to put the stamp down and take the ink to it. Now, I'm not stamping off because it's a relatively light color. Alrighty, so there's my arrow. Now what I did do is I lined this up, just moving it closer to myself. I lined it up, so hopefully it'll be straight. Actually, one second while I pull this towards myself. Didn't realize my desk was so wide until I couldn't reach. Of course, I could bring my tripod, my camera holder thingy. Okay, let's just do it. There we go. Oh, and let's do that again. It's a little crooked, but there's going to be lots going on this card, so I think you'll forgive me. Alrighty. It's a big stamp. I'm not pressing really hard. I just want to make sure I have good coverage. And ta-da! Isn't that pretty? Oh, next is, I don't know what this is, but it looks really pretty. That would be, grab the stamp set again. That's this one here. Sometimes we don't use all of the stamps in our set, and you should. You should. There's no up or down this time. So I'm just going to randomly put these on the card as straight as I can. No real thought to it. just kind of here and there, like so. Alrighty. Am I done with that color? I am, so let's close that. So that's Sahara Sand again. So that can go. And now to Mossy Meadow. And this is a color I love. Now these guys are in the same color family, which I believe is neutrals. Okay, another big stamp, which is good. I love stamps that take up a lot of real estate on the cards. And this suits the bill. Now I didn't look this up. I'm not sure if this is a distinctive set or not, but oh, wait till you see the image that we got. Let's see, right there. I'm filling in some of the white area on the card. Now, did you see? I'll bring it closer so you can see that. So you see how there's dark and there's lighter spots? And there's, you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but I can see the actual lines on the leaves. So it's really, really pretty. And we're going to use it again, yes. Yes, we are. Okay, so for this one, it's good to have your grid paper underneath, you know, to protect your surface as well. I rather like that. It is time. One moment while we clean the stamps. Because they're getting used again, and we certainly don't want to make a ginormous mess. And I do, when I'm using a dark color, I like to test. Yep, I didn't focus. It's a big stamp again. I didn't focus on the one end. Still see it a little bit. This little Stampin' Chamois could just be a teeny bit wetter. Beautiful. Alrighty, and then I also, because we're going to use this one again. I think we are anyway. I have to look at my cards, you know, when you make them ahead of time. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so the card's not done. We have a sentiment to do. So just a little piece of Whisper White and staying with the Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to punch this. So it's not going to matter if it's sideways, upside down, or whatever. It doesn't matter. So this is the 1-inch punch. And all you do, bring it right here, center it. The lights kind of make it a little bit, there we go, kind of throw it off just a little bit. That's why I turned it to the side. Okay, we'll close that one too. Close them up. Oh, now this is, okay, I know I've shown you this before, but see how I closed it but I didn't? When you store your stamps, make sure you hear that noise. Okay, now it's closed. Alrighty, and we're going to need dimensional. This looks like a really tiny little sentiment for a full-size card, but you know what? It does the trick. So before I put this on, don't look for a spot. Now I don't want to cover up the, well, actually I kind of like it there. I like the green with the green, but I was kind of thinking over here just a bit. The leaves are so pretty, I don't want to cover them up. That would be wrong. I think right there. Now, I'm going to show you this nice and close. The two different fonts. I love the way they use the script or scrolly business on it. It's just so pretty when they, well, like I said, it looks like a scroll. There we go. Let's see how that compares to the original. So they're not going to look the same. And, you know, I don't want them to. I like my cards to be original. I think that's pretty cool. There. Card 1 is done, my friends. Alrighty, let's bring in card number 2. This one has a few more pieces. So what I've basically done here is we're moving from punch to then die cutting. So let's bring in the pieces, which I have taken the liberty of starting already. So you didn't have to watch me die cut and such. And emboss. So I'll show you what everything does. The base of the card is Macaron. It's a color I don't use very often. Oh, good morning, Lisa. How are you? It's a little dull here. I'm not sure my lights are, I hope my lights are bright enough that you can see everything. So that's the base, Macaron. And then your Whisper White. So this is the same base as the last, same size. And then I just want an 1/8 inch shorter, or yeah, shorter. for the next piece, and that is Whisper White, which has been embossed using the basket weave embossing folder. This is the other side, which is kind of cool. Okay, so that's those two pieces. We don't need those right now. And we also have, remember last week when I used the Garden Lane DSP? Well, I love it, so I'm using it again. And because it's got such a variety of colors in here, like I believe there's Mossy Meadow, and I could be Pear Pizzazz, and it's got Mint Macaron and white. This is the back of it, but we're using this side today. I've also die cut one using the largest circle, and apparently I've already got ink on it, so I will have to strategically cover that. This is the largest of the stitched shapes dies, done in Whisper White, and this is the largest of the layering circles dies. So obviously we're going to stamp. So let's bring that in. Now, Mint Macaron looks like such a super light color, but wait till you see what it can do. It is such a pretty color, and I have not given it I haven't given it enough love. Not nearly enough love. Alrighty, here we go. Let's go here. This is going to be very random. So that's one, which I rather like. And then, let's see, I need to leave space for my sentiment, because I am stamping right on this. What I'm doing is having it look like there are layers of leaves. They should probably go the same direction. Maybe just off a little bit. It looks like, you know, when you look into a forest and you can see through and you can see light and dark. Well, that's what I like about this, because I just think that is delicate and pretty. I'm going to stop there and now use my Memento Tuxedo black. And this is the one where I always get ink on my fingers. So let's hope I'm wrong. So far, so good. Okay, let's make sure we're stamping the right direction. And to do that, it's upside down. Now I could look at it, because that one you can tell. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. I had a tough time deciding which I was going to use for each of these cards. So I think I'll turn that just a little bit. I'm going to put that right about there. Oh, white space, which I like. And then moving into the shadowy forest. And that, we're getting there. We're not done. Let's cover everything up. Especially this one. The one I over inked. It still is has lots of ink in it, and I use it quite a bit. All right, let's do some assembly here. Don't need a lot of that. So I think I said that. This is the largest of each of the circles. The layering circles and the stitched framelets dies. That's going to get popped up. These guys are just getting glued down. Now, because, you know me, I always say don't use too much, but because this is, Tombow that is, because this is bumpy, I'm going to use a little bit more than usual. Just a little bit. Not a ton. Make sure my corners stick down. Now, when this came out of the die cutting machine, it was a little bit warped, and all I did was just turn it the opposite direction. There is a reason why I don't put this much glue on, and that's because I'm going to get this. Now I haven't left a place for my fingers. Alrighty. Now, just going to line up the edges. Yep, and drop it down. And, oh, I don't need to use my wiggle time because I like exactly where it is. You know how much I love cards that have lots of brightness, lots of white and prettiness. My next card is just completely different. There we go. And a little bit below center, the way I like it. Here we go. And dimensionals again. Let's pop that up. Say hi if you haven't. Hey, what do you think of the cards so far, by the way? Is this a set that you Is this one of those sets where you went, hey, I missed that in the catalog, and maybe I'm going to take a second look at it? Well, actually, reserve your judgment until you see the next card. And then we'll bring all the cards out. We'll put our cards on the table. Ah, all right. Let me just make sure. Yep, there we go. And right about there. Not quite done, because I thought a little bow would be nice. Now, I've actually almost used this whole thing, and that's okay. This is the, it's the braided linen trim. And what have I got on the end? Some gluey bits. Okay, so like I always say, I'm a bunny ear kind of gal. So make your bunny ears, go through the whole pull till they're tiny, and then boom, and you have yourself a perfect bow. Now, these are not my perfect scissors. I spent the weekend, I should post it. I was so proud of myself because I made my IKEA desk, or not desk, I guess you call it a cabinet. Oh, these are IKEA scissors. These aren't my good Stampin' Up ones, but they work, kind of. Not on regular ribbon, but this, or sometimes maybe not on this. Anyway, yeah, I put a desk together by myself. I had asked my daughter to come over, and then she was like, oh, I don't know. And then I went, okay, well, I'll just start. And then I ended up finishing. And that's the first IKEA piece I believe I've ever put together. So, but then I decided I should clean my desk, which means I was cleaning my craft room, and no, I did not finish. You know what? Pardon me for a moment. Well, I grabbed some glue dots. The one thing I said, oh, I don't need for this card. I do need for this card. These are the packs that I put together for classes, except the scissors aren't in here. But it does have glue dots, and that's what I'm looking for. Alrighty. There we go. Little glue dot. Okie dokie. Where will we put it? There. I think just there. We won't get too picky. Ta-da! Card number 2. Alrighty. Off to the side with you. Okay, and then the last card. Okay. So this work I did do ahead of time. So this is the base of the card, and it's gray granite. And no, it isn't. I just looked at, no, it isn't. This is basic gray. Oh, thank you for not correcting me. And this is gray granite. Now I thought about using smoky slate, but I kind of like the brown tone of the of this particular paper. And this, believe it or not, I'm not going to need. So I'll get rid of that. So far the card's coming together quite nicely, wouldn't you say? All right. The other, here we go. I don't know which way it goes, actually. I think it looks like it goes this way. So this is from the Perennial Essence DSP, which is so pretty. But we're using this side today. And I almost overlooked this until I was flipping through going, what goes with these colors? And if you look in here, I hope that shows up, because there's a leg I don't get to, with Facebook, I don't get to really see. But it almost looks like there's different tones in here. You can see the white down here. So what I thought is I would take the leaf image and heat emboss it using white embossing powder, which I thought was really pretty and really subtle. So we'll get started putting that together, and then we'll get the sentiment. I haven't completely decided how I'm going to put that on, but that's okay. I almost hate covering this, but the other side was so pretty. And you know, when you're creating cards and you need something to kind of call you, so to speak, this is the one. This is the one that called me. So again, the same size base, and for each layer I just went in 1/8 of an inch. I am using my wiggle time this time. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this on as well. There we go. I'm loving these colors. What do you think? Oh. All right. So far, so good. And then I used, okay, now this is, I think, maybe the first time I've used this. This is the Perennial Essence Vellum. And this is Petal Pink, which I think is Petal Peach, but whatever. We won't argue the point. And I took the Always Thinking of You and decided to stay with the white. I don't know if these scissors are going to work. So, because I don't have my good ones. It was a little bit high on the paper, and I went, you know, it worked the first time, and I'm staying with it. Oh yeah. Just wanted the ends to be, you know, pretty much the same distance from the sentiment. So, now the tricky part is often putting this on. So, I'm gonna try a couple things. I did bring these guys out, the little minis. I think you'll be able to see them, but if I put them under the words, we might get lucky. Can't really see that. Well, you can see it when I put it up against my hand, but you can't really see the glue dot. You can. You know what? There's a solution for everything. Look at how nice that comes off of vellum. Oh, here's the thing I wanted to show you. Check out the back of the vellum. Check out the front of the vellum. You actually have two different colors. Kind of cool to know. Kind of cool. I think we're going to go with glue dots, which I set down right here. Yeah, I think I'm not popping it up. Well, I think I'm not anyway. I'm only going to use two. Going to. Oh, my bad English. My bad English. I hope I'm not the only one that says that. And then... Making sure it's straight, although, yep. Okay, not done. Okay, now here's a lesson in don't do what I do. Don't do what I did. How's that? All right, so these little cuties are in the new catalog. Iridescent sequins and an assortment of colors. Who doesn't love a little sparkle? Now I'm specifically looking for certain colors, and I am going to use my take your pick tool, and here's the part where you don't want to do what I did. Okay, you know how it's got the fine tooth, oh, I got a glue dot there, they're everywhere. You know the fine tipped glue pen has a little needle that goes in here. Well, when I was testing this yesterday, I didn't get it in quick enough and I clogged it. So this is the part where don't do what I do. Number one, don't clog it. I was going to clear it and then discovered that we didn't have any rubbing alcohol. My son feels that that'll be the thing that works because hot water did not work for some reason. Now, if anyone has a tip on that, please let me know. I did use hot water. I didn't use, I was just taking some of the putty out at the end. It was sticking out further than I wanted. If you have a tip on how to unclog that, and I tried my sewing needles. I tried a lot of things. So anyway, let's pick out the colors first. Now I haven't tested these, so not on here anyway. That's got too much blue in it. Don't like. Watch, this card will take me longer than all the others. Don't mind that. What color? That one's too red. These just the cutest. So the reason I'm using the fine tipped glue pen is, except when it doesn't cooperate, or it lands the wrong direction. No, not that color. Okay, we already said no to that. Is because of that little bit of putty, and you just need that tiny little bit sticking out. I know, I could have selected these ahead of time. Oh, yeah, don't try to use your fingernails. Nope, there's that red one again. Let's try a green one. I don't mind if they're like, I want like a little selection of sizes too. And that's, oh, I missed. Let's just put them out and see what I get. How's that? That one looks like it's another one of those really red ones. Or, it's not red. But there's a cute one. Oh, how cute. Now, I don't want to make this like cluttered, which is why I'm kind of looking through for some teensies. I have that one, or is that one that's... These are really great for shaker cards, by the way. It's really great. That's something I haven't made in a while. I should add that to my list of things I want to do, is have, do a demo on shaker cards. Everybody loves shaker cards, right? Well, I do, because they're fun. Alrighty. There's okay. Doesn't mean I'm using all these. Just means that they're out there. Oh wait, you turn over. Let me see what color. Oh. See, I don't mind the ones with the pinky bits when they're real tiny. All right, let's see if that one's gonna make the cut. I don't think so. No, go away. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Okay, yes, again, the part that takes me the longest. Okay, this is the other thing. Don't do what I do. Okay. So yes, I am dipping my take your pick tool into the glue. Hopefully this works. It's this I didn't get to test out. What you want to do when you're, let's see if it works. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. In other words, I will make this work. Come on. Oh, come on. There's a reason why we don't clog. Really? We're going there, are we? I could try this with... Okay, let me try something else. That didn't work. And where's the... All right. The quiller in me says, you know, I can make this work. Okay, so that's cleaned off. I'm going to try this. Now, for paper quilling, sadly, Tombow doesn't work. It's too stretchy, if that makes sense. Okay, this will work. Put a little dot there. And let's see, a little dot there. Oh, much better. I don't know if you can see those little dots. Sorry for taking so long, by the way. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah. Okay. Now, the thing with this, before you continue, clean the end off or you're going to get all gluey. That I do know. Okay, pick that up. So rather than trying to put the glue onto the teeny little sequins, you want to put the glue right onto the paper, and that's why I was, get that going the right direction, it's upside down. Not sure that's enough. Oh, nope, it wasn't. Alrighty. And you know what? I have another thing to tell you. This is how I do my paper quilling. I use a take your pick tool. There. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, go. You know, if it bothers me, then I get rid of it. I'm not giving up. Don't give up on me. This will work. I don't want that one. Let's just put that one there. Oh, for crying. You know, if I stop touching it, this will work. Okay, this is the part of the video where you're like, oh my gosh, how long is this going to take? For those watching the replay, skip past this bit. And then just take the ones you don't want off. Like I said, I don't want to over... This is what I would call like a really simple card. But it's elegant. I think it is anyway. There. Get rid of those guys. Shaker card coming up. Alrighty. And in case I dump this, here we go. All right, my friends. Let's bring the other cards back in. All right. So, and then I'll explain one more time. Okay, so we went from just using a punch to using die cutting to do the embossing and the cutting out of these two circles. And then we went to heat embossing. Ta-da! All right, what do you think? Oh, let's see if they're all centered. There we go. Okay, a couple reminders for those in the KW area that I have like 2 spots left in my class coming up on the 15th, if that's next Thursday, I think it is. Might as well put these away while I'm here. And I will post the host code. And, oh, if you have bonus day coupons, you need to use them in August, and sounds like a perfect time to me. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing my video. You helped me immensely by doing so. Help my little business. And again, if you're ordering, I will put the host code and the details up on the comments. No, the narrative up above. Thank you. See you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.